I'm finally back to streaming. And let me turn on the game audio. Because no music sucks. What does the Zenith say? I don't know. I'm mode. Because I'm playing Gerson today. Anyways, let me go get my land buffs because I forgot. I forgot to get my land buffs before. And today I'm gonna be leveling my merc, which is basically just rushing the main quest. Because, yeah, there's not much to do when it comes to leveling a mercenary. Aside from rushing the main quest. But I guess if I finish leveling early, I can do some other stuff. I can go like fight some bosses, maybe try out something. I mean, I'm basically just waiting for the reset at this point because I want the free reset. Where are my codes? Here. I just want the free reset so I can change a little bit of my gunblade build and finally do some good damage, I guess. I mean, 11 seconds cost to clear is on par with the meta classes. Aside from like very stupid stuff like Toram and 4 seasons that can do in 9 seconds, it's very in line with. It's in line with the most of the meta classes. A difficulty boss. Yeah, I could try Castelia. My build is not finished, but it's good enough to fight some high difficulty bosses. And okay, that's enough for buffs. Gas pants? No, gas pants is ass. You can't no hit gas pants. So like, it's literally impossible. I can only do bosses that I can no hit. Cause well, Godspeed wield. Oh, this armor finally sold. Let me put some lobster to sell. Hi! Japanese name that I cannot read. My lobsters are not selling. Did people decrease the price again, or are people just... Yeah, they decreased the price. It's gonna go up again. I don't really care. Is that motherfucking Patrick Star? Anyways, let me... Oh, you're using magic device. You're literally immortal. Also, hi HDM. Welcome to the stream. Like, literally, a magic device is immortal. You literally cannot die. I don't have the privilege. I take a single hit and I die. And I have no dodges, no iframes, no nothing. But like, even classes with iframes, I still struggle on gas pants. Because, oh, he's a weak high difficulty boss, but he has some bullshit attacks that you cannot just iframe your way out of it. Unless you have like Asura Knuckles. But yeah, the build I'm going to do after the reset, with the build I'm going to do after the reset, I can do gas pants. I can 100% do gas pants. Cause, here's the thing. My build currently is like hyper focused in like Godspeed wield damage stuff. Orc? Nah, that's Gerson. That's Gerson Boom. Moved! I even have the eye patch. Look, I even have the eye patch. And I do the jumpy animation. Let's gather those things together and boom. I wish there was a merc skill that looked like a root buster. But the only skill that looks like Hood Buster is Union Sword, and you cannot use Union Sword as a merc. Would be cool though, if we could use Union Sword, just to have like literally Root Buster. Oh, I wanna kill Minty already. Holy dialogue! This quest has so much dialogue. Like 3 cutscenes? That's a lot. And they're long cutscenes as well. Imagine reading through all that. Although I say that, but I read all the quests when I do them for the first time. And we are gonna leave. I'm not doing this on normal. Not with this character. Oh yeah, after we are done with this, I can go level my gunblade a little. Cause my gunblade is at 315. I have 5 levels to go up. And I'm not using an adventure diary just for 3 levels. It's way too little. Well, I know it's a lot of XP, those levels, but for 5 levels using a whole adventurer's diary, even though I have like a billion adventurer's diary, I don't wanna use them like this. Boom. Thanks, Moochie, you made the boss resistant. Thanks, Moochie, again. Solo Castillo? Yeah, I have a solo video on my channel already. That's with a way worse build even. Right now I can do it in like less than half the time I took on that video. If I could do it with a way worse build, I can totally do it with a way better build. Because right now my build is way better than it was before. Menabra Plains, let's go. This merc build is all weird, because I got a lot of skills that like, those things don't work for a mercenary. As far as I know, only stat boosts work on a mercenary, so like, stuff like, where is it? Stuff like, this for example. Stuff like this don't work on a mercenary, or like, what else? Or like this power wave modifier don't work on a mercenary. But I get it anyways, because in the eventuality that it does work, I'm gonna have it. But it totally don't work. Those passives don't work on a mercenary. You could just like, instead of wasting your skill points on useless passives, you could learn blacksmithing on the mercenary and have it double as a two-handed sword blacksmith. Because here's a quick tip if you wanna make money on anniversary. Craft two-handed swords. Why two-handed swords specifically? No, it's not because of players, but because of bots. Bots buy the anniversary two-handed sword. Like, they buy the base anniversary two-handed sword to use on their bots, because it's the highest weapon attack, and there's a lot of them, so they buy it. And then like, if you see the price of a two-handed sword compared to the other anniversary weapons, the two-handed swords are like always way higher price than all other weapons because of the bots buying them. Because like, there's always a high demand for two-handed swords. So like, after the anniversary, you can sell your two-handed swords for like 600k each, which is a lot. If you fill a whole storage of two-handed swords, that's like at least 60 million spina, which is a lot. 60 million for basically like just crafting trash, just crafting unstated trash. Oh yeah, and they are tradable. You can totally store them on a second account using the mail. You can like send a bunch of like 1,200,000,000 swords to your second account and then send back once the anniversary is over. And you can store infinite 200 swords like this. And then, boom, you have a very good money maker because bots are just buying 1,200,000,000 swords every single day because they keep creating new accounts that need that weapon to do their bot farming. One orb! Let's go! One orb shard! But yeah, that's a good way to make money on anniversary. What will I reset? Every single character. I'm resetting every single character because I can fix the build of everyone. I can update my gunblade, I can do some adjustments to my farmer, I can fix my tank, I can do something to my blacksmith, I don't know. I can totally rework this build for my bowgun blacksmith. I can rework my dual sword. Now, actually, I want to reset it into a magic warrior. So, hi Mama Dessa, thank you. I can reset my dual sword. I want to reset it into a magic warrior. And this other gunblade here, I'm gonna reset into my dual sword. And this magic warrior, actually, yeah, I have 3 builds here that I'm just gonna leave those characters like resetted and choose a build to make on them, honestly. I might do a magic halberd just for boss farming stuff. Actually, no, not a magic halberd. I can do a paladin. Yeah, I wanna do a paladin. I wanna do a paladin for... Nunca mais falei inglês na sua vida, mas você fala certinho. Você fala inglês certinho. Actually, I wanna do a knight, not paladin. Fucking paladin is the only real paladin build is Hellbrand tank build. I wanna make a knight for mini boss farming. And no, it's not like a regular knight. It's a luck knight. Yeah, I wanna do a luck knight for specifically farming mini boss materials. Cause yes, you can do a functional luck knight that do like mini boss farming. And yeah, oh, luck doesn't increase the drops for X-Tals. I don't care about the X-Tals. I want the materials to craft additional gears. Because have you guys seen the price for like the good additional gears that comes from mini boss? Like the sniper lens, for example, that you need the material from one of the newer mini bosses. That thing, it's 10 million, one slot. One fucking slot! It's 10 million! Just because the additional gear is like hella broken. It's like extremely broken. It's 10% stability and 20% physical pierce. Who cares about the long range damage? Like that's super OP for bowgun and dual swords. It's like literally best in slot for both bowgun and dual swords. Ouch, I'm gonna ouch. Good thing I have like 1 billion HP. but yeah, that additional gear, for example, if you have a luck knight, you get more material drops from the mini boss because materials are affected by luck. It's just rare drops that are not affected. So like you don't get more X-Tals or more equipment, but you get more materials, and those materials can make a lot of money. Like, there's another additional gear for Katana and Knuckles, the Matador Cape, that gives like attack up a G. It's also hella overpowered. It's like hella overpowered, that additional gear. So like, you can make a good amount of money with a Luck Knight. And then I want to switch up from like bow farming to mini boss farming. Because here's the thing, farming materials, like with mob materials, or like choose lot stuff from mobs. Yeah, you can make money out of this. You can get your things done, but bots also can do it. So like you're competing with bots that can farm like 24/7 for those same materials and same choose lot stuff. And you're never gonna out-farm a bot because like it's like 30 bots on the same place. Like one person is running like 30 bots. Another arm shard. Oh, 10 arm shards this time. This was lucky. You have like the bots that will be farming like 10 bots in the same place, just spamming the hell out of the cleaving attack, and they gonna out farm any part for a regular person because they can do it 24/7 non-stop and basically be there until they get banned. Holy shit, those chests are really lucky. 15 chicken pieces, just like that. How many chicken pieces? 91. I can get something if I get more chicken pieces. But yeah, you cannot out-farm bots, so like having a regular farmer is good for the early money and getting your first build going. Also, hi, no level rules. Welcome to this. I'm not. That's like the 4th chest in a row that I get an orb item. Holy shit, I'm really lucky today. But yeah, you can get like you can never out farm a bot. Oh, now it's back to materials. You can never out farm a bot, so like you can get the early game money, get your first build going, get a good DPS so you can like have fun in the game. Fucking Vita plus littering my inventory. You can get like a good build going, but if you really want to go into the very expensive stuff, you need a really good source of money. And like, it's either A, you don't know what to farm and you end up doing RMT, and then you get banned after you buy Spina once, and then you never buy again, and then your seller go there and report your account, because sellers do that. Your seller is gonna like report your account and then you get banned. Someone from my guild bought Spina 2 months ago, and then they never bought again, and then they got banned. Guess what? Because their seller reported them, so they like create a new account and go buy more Spina. So like never do RMT. It's a fucking scam. The seller will report you and get your account banned after you stop buying, because they want to make you go back to them and buy more. And like it's a 50-50. They aren't gonna get money from you if you are already good on your account. So they take the gamble. If they report you, then it's a 50-50. You either go back to them or you don't buy Spina, but you wouldn't buy anyway, so it's a risk worth taking for them. So they go like, oh, I'm gonna report you. And you lose your account because you bought Spina. Nobody else reported you. It was the fucking seller. So like, yeah, don't trust Spina sellers. Because they're gonna pull off that move to make you buy more. So like if you don't regularly buy Spina, they're just gonna report your account and get them and get you to make a new account, and maybe you end up buying from them if you don't give up on the game. So yeah, that aside, if you wanna make money after you got your farmer, you did your farmer, you're getting like 10 million a day, because with a regular material farmer you can get 10 million a day if you farm the right things. That's with like material farmer you can get to 10 million a day. But boom, you're done with material farming. 10 million a day is not enough for you anymore. So what do you do now? Where can you get more money than material farming? Well, here comes the luck knight that can farm mini boss materials. Mini boss materials cannot be farmed by bots because bots die to the mini boss unless they are using hacks. But if the bots use hacks, they get banned more. They are easy to detect, so they get banned. So like, yeah, bots, hack bots are easy to detect and get banned, and they probably get banned out of ban waves as well. So like, the hack bots are harder to pull off. So that's why you don't see much boss materials and stuff being sold on the consignment board anymore. And also the device, it's not easier for botters to create new accounts now because the system requirement that they changed. So you need a more advanced system, and then that's a more resource hungry on your PC. So like botters cannot do it as much as they did before. Oh, he's tanky. Okay, I'm gonna block this. I still tumble. No, it wasn't a red diamond. I was just bad at the I think I had to perfect time my parries to not take the tumble. Anyways, my camera died. No way. Yeah, I'm using the Wi-Fi camera because otherwise my phone will catch on fire. And yeah, it sometimes do that. Sometimes just disconnects. It sometimes do that. Okay, it's back. And a bit glitchy. I think my internet's lagging. Yeah, I use the Wi-Fi camera because my phone will literally explode if I use the normal camera. Because for whatever reason, it heats up my phone like massively. Anyways, back to what I was talking about. Like, oh, it's the quest that I need materials. Let me get the materials already before doing the quest. So like, you can... botters don't farm bosses and mini bosses all that much. Huh? Why the guy wanted a party? I'm just grabbing materials. Esquiva. Okay, I'm getting jack drops. The guy is also farming for the main quest, but I pre-farmed the materials. I guess I might be stupid. I didn't even check my inventory. I pre-farmed the materials. I was like, huh? And my camera died again. Yeah, I guess my camera will be dying from time to time. There's like really nothing I can do for that, to fix that. Morning! Well, it's evening for me, but yeah, I get it. Welcome, Fa 2000. It's literally the Fa. Yeah, I have all the materials. I pre-farmed this, and I forgot, and I went to kill some mobs, because I'm stupid. Although I'm gonna need to farm them on the next thing. Maintenance? Yeah, I know. But it's gonna be while I'm at work, so I'm fine with the maintenance. I forgot what add on these maintenance? It's the new game mode? Is it the new game mode that is coming, or the new skills? Cause there's gonna be. Oh, it's the new content. Nice. I really wanna try it out. It gives they said it's gonna give a piercer, like a 1-slot piercer for any weapon. You can get like 1-slot piercer for any weapon. It's really good. But it's gonna be a long-term content, so like you gotta farm for a while to get the material. But yeah, it's nice to see new end game. Finally, something new aside from high difficulty bosses and fast kill. I hope it's more party-oriented content. Cause like fast kill is party-oriented, but you can only get it into fast kill if you really enjoy that kind of stuff. It's kind of rare, and you can do fast kill solo right now. It's only on very late game bosses that I don't do fast kill solo. But even then, it's kind of boring killing the boss in like a few seconds, and then boom, you have to watch more loading screens than actually playing the game. If it's like a content for people that enjoy long fights, like Fourth is a very good long fight content, but it's not for everyone. Revita? Can you not give me things that will litter my inventory? But yeah, inventory speak is good. I hope it's peak. I hope it's peak content. I hope it's actually peak content. They say that it's like a more party focused. It's kind of like high difficulty bosses, like longer fights, where you have to fight for a while. You're not gonna kill the boss instantly, but it's party oriented. Yeah, I know it's beta version because they want feedback. They want some feedback to see what is gonna stick and what's gonna be changed. I think I know what inventory speak is actually. And my camera froze again. I think I know what adventurer speak is gonna be. I think it's gonna be like Maple. I think it's gonna be like the Maple event, where you have like an immortal boss that you just measure how much damage you do. Oh nice, more orbs. It's like I think it's gonna be like Maple. Like you have a leaderboard and you have to deal as much damage as possible. Adventurer meat. When adventurer's bottom walks in. But I think it's maybe gonna be like Maple event. A more refined version of Maple event, probably. But yeah, I think it's gonna be something like that. And yeah, it's good to see new endgame because the game is really lacking endgame content. You only had like ulti bosses and high difficulty. Now you have Fourth, but Fourth is kinda I'm gonna be completely honest, Fourth is fun for the first 2 rounds. For like the first few runs you do, it's kind of fun, but then it gets old quickly. Because it's the same tower defense battle, like Miku, like the Miku event and stuff. So like it gets old fast. I'm old. It gets old fast. Like if Fourth had better stuff, like you have the one-handed sword, and that's it basically. And the magic device. The magic device is really good as well. But like that's it. You have the one-handed sword and you have the magic device, and that's it. The rest of the event has nothing worth getting. I think if the event had a reward shop, it would be better. Still the word boss, yeah. I think they were using. I'm I'm pretty sure they were using Maple for testing a permanent content. They were like trying out a leaderboard system, see if the player base liked a leaderboard system. If they dislike it, they could just say, oh, it was a temporary event, we're never gonna add this on the game. But if the people liked, they're gonna make it a permanent thing. And I think that's gonna be the case. Maybe they're gonna, no, maybe not, they will gonna add a world boss. They mentioned it, they wanna add a world boss. A world boss raid, like Maple. Oh, I didn't parry. And that dash deals a lot of fractional damage. Like, bruh, that's 60% fractional. With a flinch to guarantee the second hit. Boom. I hate this invincible mechanic. He literally nullifies your damage and then goes invincible. It's so fucking annoying. Yeah, I'm really bad at parrying. Can you stop going invincible, please? Oh, he has a delay. I parried too early. But they probably gonna make the world. If Adventurers Peak is not the leaderboard content, it's gonna be world boss, 100%. Oh, now I parried. Boom. Now he's dead. But yeah, they 100% adding a leaderboard content. And I am going to take the Gunblade leaderboard. I am going to be permanent Gunblade top 1. I was for a short time, then a Mega Whale showed up with a build that is not even Gunblade. It could deal more damage if it was a proper Gunblade build. And then he took all the one-handed sword ranks. Yeah, probably world boss, right? Gonna have like mechanics you have to do. I hope it's not bullshit like Blue Protocol mechanics. I hope they just do simple mechanics, because if they go like Final Fantasy or Blue Protocol mechanics, it's absolute bullshit. I hate those kind of mechanics that are like, do this very specific thing, and everyone in the party has to do it, otherwise the whole party is gonna die. Like, imagine the time it takes to teach all your fucking party members to know how to do a mechanic. And you have to do it every single team you go for the raid. Every single team. You gotta teach the mechanic to everyone. You have to make sure everyone knows the mechanic, because if in a team of 20 people, if one guy does it wrong, the whole team is gonna die for it. That's not how you do a mechanic. Like, there is individual punishment and there is like team-wide punishment. The whole team shouldn't be punished for the mistake of one person. The whole team shouldn't be punished for one person's mistakes. Like, let's say, oh, there's a mechanic you shouldn't, let me see. Let's say Clitide. Clitide is a good example of a good mechanic. You have the boss, and the arena is on fire, and then there's the fairy that will make you protected against fire if you are like within the circle of the fairy. If one person attacks the fairy is not gonna die so easily. So like, it's not gonna punish the whole party. Like, the one person that is attacking the fairy will not deal damage to the raid boss, so he's gonna like be useless, but he's not gonna lose the raid. But like, if a lot of people attack the fairy, then the fairy dies, everyone starts burning, and then you lose the raid. That's a good, because like a bunch of people committed a mistake instead of like one person does the thing wrong. Like, imagine if like the fairy had like very low HP. And then if one person attacks the fairy, even if by accident the fairy dies and the whole party loses the raid. That's how Final Fantasy and Blue Protocol mechanics are. And that's the kind of mechanic I don't wanna see in this game. Like, imagine if you are fighting Cletide and the fairy died to one hit. Like literally one hit and the fairy dies. And then like your bow user shoots a crossfire that hits the fairy and the fairy dies and the whole team loses the raid because they both shoot a crossfire to the wrong direction. That's how Blue Protocol mechanics work. And that's why I hate raids in Blue Protocol. So like, I don't want a world boss raid here to be like that. Like, it's okay to have mechanics, but no, don't do mechanics like that bullshit. Fantastic outfit? Yeah, it's Gerson Boom from Toram. He's old. He's old. Okay, now last chapter or something. I forgot to grab some water. I shouldn't be talking so fast because I'm getting thirsty and I have no water. I have like a very little bit of water that I'm gonna drink now. No. Okay. Someone in the guild was asking. The reset, if you guys don't know, is on the last week of the month. It's gonna be on the last update of the month. They say it's late April. It's like there's early April, mid-April, and late April. If early April is gonna be the adventurer's peak, then that means mid-April is gonna be the new skills, and then late April, they already say that it's gonna be the reset. Oh, it's Rondini. the fucking bird that I hate. Okay. Oh, I fucking hate Rondini. Time to fight that piece of shit bird. Make the boss every role viable. I mean, every role is viable to a certain degree. Like tanks are tanks. You need someone to hold aggro even if it's not a tank. Then there's like supports. Supports are useful because they are the only single class that can revive people. And their buffs are very OP. Although some tanks can give the support buffs because, like, for example, my swordful tank can give some support buffs, but for example, I cannot have auras and minstrel at the same time. I can only have like dancer and mana regeneration. A support can have every single buff in the game, so it's like really good. And then you have the DPS, and you need both magic and physical DPS because like magic DPS is gonna use the magic proration while the physical DPS is gonna use the physical proration, and you need to have both because proration forces you to have both in a functional party. Otherwise, like, if you have a party with only physical DPS, then the magic protection will be high, the physical protection is gonna be low, and everyone's gonna deal less damage. So, like, yeah, every role is viable. The problem is with individual classes. Like, not every class is at the same level of strength. Like, you cannot say a fucking gunblade is on the same level as a two-handed sword. There is no world where a gunblade is on the same level as a two-handed sword. Also, hi Neil, welcome to the stream. We're fighting the fucking bird that I hate. Well, there's people doing the fucking bird that I hate. That's rare. But yeah. Every role is useful, except maybe, like, I don't know, tanks are useful, supports are useful. But, like, individual classes are not on the same level. You have, like, Bowgun that is very easy to build and quite strong. And then you have Gunblade that needs a min-max build to be a shittier version of two-handed sword. And then you have, like, Bow that is okay, and then you have Boltana that is just better than Bow in every aspect. Like, I don't know why they balanced Boltana that way. Like, on late game builds, Boltana is better than Bow, like 100%. There's no denying. Unless, instead of, like, making them on the same level of power, like, you could have Boltana and Bow at the same power level without, like, sacrificing things. Like, maybe have Boltana use more of the katana skills, and then, oh, Boltana deals the same damage as spread spam, but it has different stuff, like the katana skills for different stuff. But both spam spread, and the one that deals higher damage on spread is the better one, and it's Boltana. They could have made, like, oh, Bow is the spread spam one, and you have Bow for spamming spread, and then you have Boltana that will gonna mix with katana skills, and it's gonna deal a similar damage but with a different playstyle. And then you would have, like, both classes good at the same, but balanced. Right now, every single arrow user is bad except Magic Halberd. That's so funny to me. Like, Halberd, fucking Halberd out of all classes is the best arrow user. You have Bowgun. Bowgun is bad with arrow. You have Bow. Like, the Bow and arrow. It's not the best arrow user. Then you have, like, Wielded Sword, Knuckles, what else can use arrow? Yeah, I think it's only those two. Like, Knuckles is Knuckles, everything works well with Knuckles. But the only Knuckle build that uses arrow is, like, these fucking mercenaries. At least arrow has its niche for Knuckles on mercenary builds. But yeah, it's literally just that, just mercenaries. Although, arguably, arrow is not really good on mercenaries because you want the resistance, and for the resistance you want shield. But yeah, arrow is just, that's the only use for arrow on Knuckle, because otherwise Knuckle has no use for arrow. And then there is one-handed sword. One-handed sword by itself is already bad, and then you want arrow that is not a good sub-weapon, and then you have gunblade. Really needs not a buff, it needs like exclusive skills. It needs a boss that punishes close range is gonna punish Boltana more, but Boltana works at long range. You just cannot auto-attack, you just place your decoy, because the decoy on Boltana is still ranged, even if you are on the dual katana stance. Even if you are on the dual katana stance, you are still ranged. So, like, yo... Until I saw the... It's Gerson, he's old! mode. I'm mode. I'm gold. I'm fold. I'm cold. But Boltana works at long range. You can just do long range damage Boltana. You just want to auto attack that much. You're gonna rely mostly on the decoy, but the decoy has the 12-meter range from bow, so like you're still gonna recover mana just fine. And like you have Kaikiri, the stronger Kaikiri that gives you better MP recovery as well. So like Boltana is still a really good, a really good long range class. And you can short range engage still, because the boss punishes short range. Then you press Zephyr Rush. What is the boss going to do? What is the boss going to do? Like literally, Zephyr Rush is literally Phantom Slash. It's the same range. It's the same duration of the Phantom Slash iframe. It's such a long iframe for instantly, for 4 MP. You just press Zephyr Rush. Let me... Oh, I don't have a katana on my inventory, I think. Oh, I do. Wait. Let me show this. Because I have Zephyr on my Boltana. I have a Boltana. Because I rebuilt a Boltana when dual katana released. Because I really like the dual katana. Look. Let me activate Gust and let me get some mana. Okay. Just look at this. Look how long the fucking iframe is. There is no boss that can punish this. And it's instant. As soon as I press the button, I'm inside the iframe. So there's no way I'm getting hit. Look. Boltana cannot get punished. Even if the boss has like heavy counters to melee, it's only gonna punish other classes and not Boltana. Because my sprite shot still has a long range, and I have this fuck as iframe that is just OP. But yeah, Arrow really needs like proper skills. I'm not saying like, oh, you need to buff Arrow, you need to make, I don't know, Arrow give DT to every weapon. No, just make skills that are exclusively made for Arrow. Like literally, Arrow skills, Arrow mastery. Literally that, Arrow mastery. Skills that are just for Arrow. Like you can only use those skills if you have Arrow. This would be a good buff to Arrow. Like Arrow having access to proper skills that like only Arrow can have, and it's like viable for every single Arrow user, would be a good balancing to Arrow. Instead of like trying to do... Instead of like leaving Arrow as just a gimmicky sub-weapon. Marksman skill tree, yeah. Or maybe a branch on the Hunter tree. You don't need to make a new skill tree for Arrow. Just like make a branch on the Hunter tree. Because like we have the bow branch, that is the top branch for the Hunter. That also works for a little for bowgun. Then you have the trap skills that are useless. Except for the very last one that gives 30 crit rate for bowgun for whatever reason. And then you have the utility skills. Like let me... nothing, let's go back. Let me fix my posture. Let me go to my bow luck here. I'm gonna... Like, a skill tree would be nice, like having new DPS skills together with new passives. But like, let's get the Hunter tree. Where's the Hunter tree? Here. Hunter 3. You have the utility that is like proration, fast decoy, cyclone, an iframe for bow, and then the bowgun sub-weapon stuff that allows to use those skills without the arrow sub-weapon. And then you have those that are the extra damage skills, because at the time those skills released, bow was really lacking damage skills, so those are really good. And then you have this, that is the only reason to pick traps ever. Healing arrow, it's for mercenaries. It's literally for mercenaries and pets. Also, why is this skill bow gun? It's literally an arrow icon. It should be arrow only. Honestly, the skill is called arrow sharpening. You don't need an arrow to use it. I hate this skill simply because it's called arrow sharpening and you don't need an arrow to use it. You can use it with whatever sub-weapon. Like, it could be on the partisan skills as well. They could make this thing for arrow instead of bow. Those 3 skills would be something. Although those skills are useless, honestly, I'm not gonna lie. Like, increases max HP and fractional damage reduction. Okay, good. When a party members die. Let me ask you, who wants HP and fractional damage? Let me ask you this question. Who wants those stats? Tanks, right? Tanks wants those stats. If you have a tank wants HP and a tank wants fractional damage reduction. Yeah. What a tank has to do? What a tank has to do? Yes, a tank has to protect your party members. So like, the whole reason a tank exists is for your party member to survive. So tell me, how can a tank use this passive if they have to let their party members die? What am I going to protect with those stats if my party is dead? Like, it should be whatever, it should be whatever else. Like, if your party members take damage, instead of dying, like, if your party members take damage, okay, then it's okay, it's okay. Because, like, doesn't mean they're gonna die. But, like, if your party members die, you get tankier? For what? For what? It's a skill that is like, oh, I'm gonna get this skill because if I have a bad tank, that tank is gonna... I have to start from indirect. It's like a skill for like, what if your tank dies? That's what this skill is for. What if your tank dies? But those stats are for tanks. It should be like, increases your damage if someone in your party dies, not increases your resistance, because you don't need to be resistant as a DPS, you just need to deal damage, especially as a bow and bowgun that are like Godspeed Wield classes. They don't need to be tanky because they use Godspeed Wield. And a semi-tank bowgun, a fucking semi-tank bowgun, is gonna be for solo. It's not gonna be for party content, because semi-tank, the semi-tank archetype is already for solo. They are never made for party content, because on party you have a tank, so you don't need to be tanky, because the tank is gonna be taking damage for you. You just need to like avoid AoEs if you are playing with a party. You don't need to be a semi-tank. So like, this skill is such a good concept, but it's so garbage. It is so garbage. It's like, you get tankier if your tank dies. What are you gonna do? You're gonna take aggro for him while he revives? That skill would be good in like 2017 Toram, not 2026 Toram. Because in 2026 Toram, the DPSs are glass cannon and the tanks are the only one that need to take damage. And the semi-tanks only play solo. it should be like choice. Either it gives resistance, but for if your party is alive, or it gives damage if your party dies. That would be like a decent way. Like, oh, if your party dies, you get more damage and evasion. That's a good. Could be like even not even give damage, just give evasion. Like the more every party member that dies, you have like 2 more evasion charges. That would be really good. Like if your party members die, you will recover every single you recover all your evasion charges, and then you will have 2 more evasions. That would be a really good buff for like. If they still, it's gonna stay as like, oh, your party has to die for you to get the buffs. Make it be evasion. Evasion would be nice. Like, I don't know, or maybe like, oh, if your party member dies, you will get a 4-second die frame. Would be nice too. Although it makes no sense. Like, it would just like ask for, it would incentivize zombie supports. And zombie supports are really fucking stupid. But like, resistance for when your tank dies. Who's gonna use that? Not a tank, not a DPS. Yeah, Necromancer should have something. Although Necromancer 3 is unfinished, the new Necromancer skills might be better. Like, holy shit, I managed to die on easy mode. But it's okay, I have the shark thingy. Come on, Pelulu, revive me, I can finish the boss. Although Pelulu is really strong, she can finish the boss by herself. Look at the damage Pelulu did. I think it's really funny because Pelulu is a two-handed sword, but she only uses knuckle skills. She only uses knuckle skills, even though she's a two-handed sword. I think the only two-handed sword skills she has is like shut out. But it's not the two-handed sword shut out, it's the one-handed sword shut out. For whatever reason, because she like deals bleed when the enemy is stunned and deals the high damage. She only uses it when the enemy is stunned, and it deals the bleed thingy. She has the one hand. Pelulu is such a weird mix of classes. She has a two-handed sword. She uses knuckle skills, and her final attack is the fucking one-handed sword. One-handed sword shut out. it's like Galaban levels of weirdness. Galaban is still the weirdest. A level 500 NPC with halberds of knuckles. That's the weirdest shit ever. Also, let me turn up my fan because it's getting heated here. But yeah, I hate the fucking parts on passive. It could be so good, but it's so bad. Like, I think there's only one scenario where I think this works. And it's a Prorator merc. Bogan Prorator merc. Because, I don't know if you guys know, but there's the Knuckle Tank merc and the Knuckle Prorator merc. They're basically the same thing, the only difference is like, one has Provoke, the other doesn't. But there's also the Bogan Prorator merc, because some bosses you can't get close enough to prorate. So you need a ranged attacker. So you get either Bow or Bogan. Usually Bow, because Bow has a longer range and also gets more attack speed from Agi. So you can get like max motion speed on bow prorator is easier than a bowgun prorator, but bowgun gets more accuracy if you build accuracy. But yeah, I don't know. I think this doesn't work on a merc, but if it works on a merc, then it's useful because like, oh, you died, and the merc gets more resistance and fractional resistance, so it makes the merc last longer. But why? Although I'm gonna make a bow prorator instead of knuckle prorator when I get to making a prorator merc. Because Gunblade is half ranged, so I'd rather have a ranged prorator than a melee prorator. Simply because I'm gonna be mostly ranged. And like all my friends have melee prorators, so I wanna be the different one that has a ranged prorator for the mage players out there that want a ranged prorator. But yeah, kinda sad that that skill works that way. And yeah, this whole talk was randomly branched out of talking about bots and farming. Because I was talking about making a luck knight. You wanna make a luck knight? It's gonna be like after you have your bow farmer, actually not a bow farmer, the everything farmer. Because I still have to post a video about how to make the best farmer in the game. Like period, the single best farmer in the game, there's no discussion, it's simply the best farmer. Because why is it the best farmer? Because it has every single farming skill, so it cannot be a bad farmer if it can farm everything. It can use every farming skill. Like, oh, it has Cyclone, Enchanted Spell, a Magic Wall, and Blaze Storm. You can farm everything. You can farm whatever the hell you want. Oh, you are at low level mobs with that spawn fast. Get switch to mage. You are at those fuck-ass eggs right here. Those are the current mobs with the highest HP. You can just farm, and the damage is enough to farm them. So like, okay, you see how much HP that thing has? It has 120k with like high defense as well. It's a fuck-ass strong mob. Luckily there's nothing useful to farm from. But like, it's a good measure for a farmer. If your farmer at max buffs can kill this thing, that means it's an okay farmer. I could show it, but yeah, this thing is here. I don't wanna end up dying. Toram hardest boss, Gargoling. No discussion is Gargoling. Although Gargoling recently is getting power crept. Oh no, never mind. Humida exists. I forgot about Humida. It's Humida. No doubts. No discussion. No if. It's Humida. On solo perspective and party perspective, either way is Humida. Humida is just that guy. I was saying Gargoling, but I totally forgot about Humida. Gargoling is soloable. You can solo Gargoling, but you cannot solo Humida. I mean, you can solo depending on your class, of course. If you have a semi-tank and or fuck-ass katana that can knife frame every single attack in the game, then you can solo Humida. But fuck-ass Gunblade, for example, can't solo Humida. Bowgun struggles on Humida, and Bowgun is hyper mobile. It's very good against Humida. But like, yeah, it's Humida. No questions asked. Every single attack is a heavy fractional with fatal damage. Like, not only a heavy fractional, but also deals fatal damage. And then it spams. Like, it spawns a circle of tornadoes around him. Then it shoots a ball, And the balls that they shoot also shoot sharks. And every single thing that comes from the tornadoes to the balls to the sharks are heavy fractionals with fatal damage. So like, you literally cannot tank Humida. Only like magic device can tank those attacks. Oh, so you just need a magic device tank. Then you bring a magic device and there's the fuck-ass balls dealing heavy magic damage. And your magic device tank is useless as well. Like, Humida is a nightmare to tank. For every single tank. Like, oh, you have an anti-fractional tank. Then, boom, the balls kill you. Oh yeah, and the phase change is a piece of shit mechanic as well. Because the half arena AoE from the left ball is a piece of half of the arena dealing 50,000 magic damage. It's not fractional, by the way, that attack. It's magic damage, so you're fucked. You're fucked against that attack. You just die. And you have to kill all 3 balls. And the balls are tanky, by the way. You can't like one-shot the balls. They're very tanky. They're only not worse than Dominator balls. Dominator balls are way worse, but they're still very bad. Because they're tanky. They just don't have the damage reduction. But yeah, Humida is simply the hardest boss in the game. There's no discussion. You can ask every soloist and they're gonna say like either Humida or Guard Golem or I don't know. What is a Venena 2? Venena 2 is a piece of shit as well. But Venena 2 is power cracked now. Like we have the gears. Nowadays the gears are so powerful that Venena 2 is not that bad of a boss. But Venena 2 is also a very hard boss, but it's a raid boss and also a quote-unquote final boss of Toram. Not Toram, of Iruna. It's quote-unquote the final boss of Iruna. So yeah, Venena has all rights to be OP, but like, fucking Humida is not. And yeah, but Humida is a very OP boss, and I'm reaching the end of the main quest, and I have to reset again. I'm gonna be at level 295, I think, with this main quest, and then I have one more round of main quests to get level cap on my mercenary, and then I'm gonna have not the best mercenary. The best mercenary... No. The best mercenary that I have is this one. Look at the fucking attack on this mercenary. 32k. This one is also really good. 29k. That's not much because the HP... This is max HP 29k. I cannot get that much attack. I am not able to get that much attack. I think my Merc has max HP though. After I'm done, I think I have max HP or close to that. Because I have all the things, but my attack is like 23k. It's gonna be only 23k. It's okay. Can't get the main quest done, but I see the other people with like those really OP mercenaries, and I'm like, what the fuck why are you guys eating to have so much attack? Cause like, okay, getting high attack is fine. You can go strength and dex, and then boom, you have a lot of attack. But then your HP is gonna suck. But those guys have like high HP at the same time as they have high attack, so what the fuck are they eating? What the fuck are their gears to have so much HP? I think they are using like... I don't know, honestly. They're probably not using Vitality. They're using like max HP percentage Actually, not even max HP. They're using like. What is the stat? Flat HP. They're probably using like Vich and flat HP from other gears or something like that. Like the extras on the armor probably like. No, although they wouldn't have that much attack with bad extras. Yeah, I don't know. They are using something to have high HP. They might be using attack up Vich, but weird. I really wanna see like at least Susu's build, but I don't. I never get to talk to Susu to ask like, oh, what is your mercenary build? Because I wanna do a similar one. But they probably have like heavy whale stuff. No, you can steroids your mark. You have to be all gear and a few passives. Go girl, do nothing. You can steroids your mark, so like it has to be gear. It needs to be like very good gear. Although I can say one thing about my mark. My mark is faster. And that's it. The main quest is done for now. 294. Yeah, it's okay. It's a good level. My mark is faster because I'm using some gears that give me attack scaling and speed. Like a zombie trophy gives 700 attack speed and attack up feet. And then I have this patriot blade that also gives attack up feet with attack speed. And then I'm using the mischievous pocket watch with Tetris instead of a damage extra. So I get like more attack speed. So my merc is fast. He's a speedy merc. Like let me switch to Gunblade and call my mark. So, just so you see. Switch character. Company, attacker. Okay, it's it. Let's go, Gerson. Let me see, and the dogs are barking. See, it's way faster than your average merc. Although you can't really see because it's a fucking... Let me go on the mini boss. Go, Gerson, attack! Can you fucking stand still? Gerson! See, look, he's speedy. He attacks very fast. I chose the worst fucking target to do that. Look at the fucking knockback. But then if I go another merc, for example, the heavy attack merc, like my merc is speedy, but if I go with Susu's merc, oh, he's changed. He's not Subaru anymore. He's Sid now. He changed from Subaru to Sid Kageno. Really good outfit, by the way. It really looks like Sid. If I go to Susu, you see, look how slow it is. You can see the sword looks like it's delayed. How did he die? How did you die? How did he die? Was there attacks? What the fuck was that spike zone? You literally deleted the... the mark from the game. But like you can see the mark is way slower than mine because it's full damage and no speed. Oh, but why is its speed bad? Because then you know, it takes longer to kill things. Look. And also the accuracy sucks on this mark. I'm not gonna lie, his full damage, no agility. I was like feeling bad, feeling conscious about my mark damage. But if the other marks are like slow and have no accuracy, then my mark is not that bad, honestly. Let me try the other mark that I have. Oh, it's a bit faster, this one. But look at the accuracy. He cannot land a hit. Stop. Holy shit, is my mark really? Nah, there's no way my mark is mogging the fucking high attack marks. Go, Gerson. Do nothing. Yeah, my mark doesn't miss. No, he just missed. Okay, he misses. But he's faster. Okay, I'm not feeling conscious about my mark anymore. It's actually a good mark. No way, I actually made a good build for once. No way, is he cooking? Is he writing? Hold up, is he writing this fire? No way, my mark is actually good. I thought it was like, oh, it's an okay mark for my dude to use, but no, my mark is actually good. Can I get praise now? Can someone say, "Wow, good job, good girl"? Yeah. Go away. Die. Die end is now. Fake Sakura is 350 million. Holy fuck! A Nike. A Nike too high. This is the best one. This is the best one. I like to look. Here's a tip for you guys. Restart the main quest from here, from the quest where you fight Venena. It gives a lot of EXP. The fight section, the not the fight section, the before Venena section. The little part where you go through the dungeon and kill a lot of mobs. That part gives a lot of EXP. It's really worth doing. It's really worth doing. So always start from the chapter 9 before Venena. It's a really good quest to do. Okay, if you heard a noise, it was just me taking my pants off because I'm dying of heat here. Advantages of being a VTuber, you can take your pants off midstream. I think it's gonna rain soon because, yeah, this heat is not normal. It's usually before raining that the temperature starts increasing. But yeah, let's go to Venena. And that's the last main quest I need to do on this character. And it's gonna have some leftover quests so I can cap it as soon as a new level cap comes out. So it's really good, really useful. Let me see my mark registration. I forgot where. I think it's on the party menu. Yes. Let me see. Re-register as attacker. First skill, enchant sword, assault. Second skill, buster blade, survive. Why survive instead of assault? So it uses enchant sword more. Enchant sword is better than buster. Oh, 22,000. And the HP is a bit higher. Yeah, the attack is 23,000 when it's maxed, which is really good. I really wish I had the zombie trophy choose lot, but you need a legendary piercer for that. Not a legendary piercer, a legendary silk. And yeah, getting a legendary silk is like, nah, just not doing. It's 1.4 billion. Why is because of the Myconian hat, legendary piercers now are 1.4 billion because of the Myconian hat. Yes, it's because of the Myconian hat. Because Magic Warriors want it, Magic Halberd wants it, and Mages want it. And like, Mages are the most rich people ever because mage builds are just extremely expensive. So like, Mages have a lot of money, so they don't care and they just spend a hell lot of money on Myconian. You know what's funny? The price for the piercer increased right when I got my 800 million from the armor piercer, so I could like get a choose lot additional gear. I wanted to get a choose lot Nayata. For my gunblade. It was 800 million before. I got the money. I want to buy the fucking legendary piercer, and then the price just randomly jumps to 1.4 billion. You know what I did? After the price increased? I fucking went to the shop and bought Blue Rose Wings. It's not this one. I just went to the shop and bought Blue Rose Wings because it was like 700 million. It was cheap, honestly, because this thing should be costing $1 billion. Hi, Japanese name I cannot read. Nice goblin. No, it's not a goblin. It's Gerson Boom from Toram. He's old. I'm old. But yeah, it's like international market. No, it's literally because a new hat that is really OP for the most expensive classes released, and then they want the hat, so they are gonna pay. They're gonna like pay a lot for the hat. But like, my Kodia hat is really OP. 10% int and 12% magic attack. That's literally an armor. It's way too overpowered. Yun is the name. Okay, welcome you to the stream. We are doing our third round of main quest with this character to max out. It's my mercenary, and he's old. I'm old. But yeah, my Korean head is really overpowered, so that's why like a lot of people started buying the legendary silk, and that made the price for the item to skyrocket. I was like, oh, I buy for 800. Then the other guy, no, I buy for 900. Then the other guy, 2 billion. And then the price raised. So yeah, legendary silk is out of the question for anyone now because of the Myconian hat. Because that fucking hat is just so overpowered. It's crazy. That hat's just so overpowered, it's crazy. And it's untradeable, so like you have to get it yourself, so that also makes it worse as like that makes so everyone that wants it has to buy the piercer, so it just kills the piercer price. It just like makes the price go way too high. They should have released a pack, a piercer pack when they had released, honestly. It would have made them a lot of money, honestly. But yeah, impossible to get a choose lot. I choose what Nayata now is impossible. So I went for the blue rose. I just straight up bought the blue rose because I found someone selling for 700 million. I wouldn't pass this offer because like 700 is way too low for this additional gear. This additional gear is 1 billion minimum. It's like a really good additional gear. It's 1 billion at least, this additional gear. So getting one for 700 was a really good deal. So I got the blue rose. It's gonna be my short range damage additional gear, but I also wanna get a sniper lens. The problem is the sniper lens also need a piercer, so I am not getting a sniper lens anytime soon. Because my final build is gonna use sniper lens, the dual range build. Because the dual range build is actually gonna be really OP because sniper lens is OP. Okay, now it's the final mobs that have higher HP. But yeah, the sniper lens are gonna be on my final build, but I need the second slot. So for now, I'm gonna be using the blue rose because blue rose is the. I wouldn't say it's the best in slot for the short range damage. The best in slot would be that soul veil, but that soul veil also needs a piercer. To be honest, blue rose also need a piercer, but I got a good deal on it. I didn't get a good deal on that soul veil or sniper lens. Sniper lens you can't even find on the board because it released right when the price went up. So like you ain't gonna find sniper lens unless it's like people are not gonna be selling that additional gear. Is what I mean, because people that will choose it are people that are serious on getting it, so they're not gonna sell it. It's like spin a bag. You're never gonna find a choose lot spin a bag on the market because the people who choose lot spin a bag are that serious on getting it. They're like that serious on getting it for their farmer. Although I don't see any use for a choose lot spin a bag. Toram? Yeah, it's Toram. So like, yeah, that's another additional gear you're never gonna see on the market. Although I really wanted to have a choose lot spin a bag, because then I could make my luck knight use the spin a bag, because it also affects mini bosses. Chapter 10? Yeah, I'm playing the Chapter 10. I just started the Chapter 10 to level my mercenary. I just finished the main quest and then I'm doing it again for capping my mercenary. This is my two-handed sword mercenary. It's Gerson. Unload! He has the hammer and everything. I wanna see if I can dye this part of the hammer, but I think the other dye goes to the circle thingy here. You can't dye the hammer cable. Not cable, handle. I don't know, how do you call this in English? How do you say this part in English? Because for me it's cable, but cable is like wire for English, so I don't know how this is called. Handle, hot rod, stick. Nice character, yeah. I wanted another armor. There's a better armor, but the reason I'm using the Phantom Mail instead of the Flare Vogue armor is because I would need a pseudo weight. And I don't want to use a pseudo weight on this armor. Because it's a failed gamble. This armor is a failed gamble. It's not the best armor I could have. After I'm done with this part, I'm gonna show you what I mean by failed gamble. Let me just finish this part. Boom. And I just need to kill this thing now. Done. Okay, and now it's the venena. The venena battle. Look at the amount of XP. It doesn't show the XP I got, but you get like 1,000,000 XP from this. I think it's between 1,000,000 and 10,000,000, something like that. But like, this armor is the one I'm using right now. It got the attack and strength, but it failed the VT and attack speed. So it has a bit lower VT and attack speed. But I went with it because it has the two main stats maxed. So yeah, it's a fair gamble. I wanna get an armor that actually has 10% VT, so I get more HP. But this is enough for now. Because percentage VT doesn't affect attack up VT, only attack percent works on this. It's only the base VT that is increasing my attack. This would be more for HP than for damage. So that's why I didn't care much. But it's enough, so I don't want to use up pseudo on this armor. So I choose the Phantom Mail because I'm using a light armor. Because there's if you are building a merc, heavy armor is useless. Don't build heavy armor on a mercenary. It's not worth. It's not worth using. Use light armor. So like, since this armor is light and the Phantom Mail for whatever reason gets the heavy armor visual when it's light remodel, then I went with Phantom Mail because it looks like a full armor on light. Otherwise, I would be going for like it's plate armor because plate armor looks better for Gerson. But this one is also really good, so yeah, I'm gonna stay with this one. It also costed a lot, 6 million for this fucking app. The OG crash out girl? Yeah! Casually summons two of the old raid boss. Okay. Ow! I took the FTS despite... Oh, those things can move. It's really funny that they can move after they change phases. And that. Okay, she survived. I think the merc's gonna kill her. Yeah. And then she dies and go to Toram. And 25k, yeah, I think it's 10 million that you get from the pre-battle, which is a lot of XP. So it's worth me. Time to start chapter 10 now. My earbuds are weird. They're like sitting weird on my ear. I was fixing them, but they still feel weird. They I don't know. Maybe I should clean my ears a little bit. Time for the focus. chapter 10. I don't like chapter 10. It's annoying, but it's good EXP, so you gotta start your main quest on chapter 9. The problem with chapter 10 is the Arachne Demons section. There's a lot of walking there. Nova Satirica. Okay, let's go to Nova Satirica. Oh, now I see what is happening. My hair is getting on my ear when I put my earbuds, so that's why it's feeling weird, because there's a bit of hair. Okay, now it's fine. It's always funny when the camera pings down on my character. It's always funny. Gather information on Calamar art. I've been spending a lot of teleport tickets recently. I'm down to 165. I used to have 200. But by the time I'm running out of them, the anniversary is gonna come back and they're gonna give like 500 tickets again. So yeah, teleport tickets are not an issue. Bonk, bonk, bonk. But yeah, I need to. I feel so tired when I have to do this quest. This is just so tiresome. I remember, I'm gonna have to walk all the way to Arachne Demon twice, and then I'm like, bro. But yeah. Ambrosio? Nah, he's called Gerson. He's called Gerson. His name is Gerson. He's the guy from Deltarune. I'm surprised a lot of people that play Toram don't know Deltarune, because when chapters 3 and 4 released, people were like spreading Deltarune all over the internet. So it's really surprising when I see like people that really don't know about Deltarune. But yeah, this is I can pick an image of Gerson and put on screen. Here, let me image. Not browser media. Okay, browser source. Okay, let me see. Here, that's Gerson. Holy shit, this image scaling is so weird. Wait. Let me. Okay. I don't know how to. Let me crop it. Okay. Okay, now it's okay. Here. I mean, it's really close to the. Considering you have what you have on Toram. And also, I got it way too. I think I cut it way too much. Yes, no, it's okay. Here, it's kind of similar. You can see the similarity. But yeah, that's what I went for the. Mode. But yeah, time to continue the main quest, do pistols, do Arachne Demon. Good thing chapter 10 is really short because yeah, it has some very annoying bosses. But yeah, next after I'm done with my mercenaries, like capping my gunblade and maybe capping my other builds, so I can like reset them and have good builds. I'm just waiting for the reset now to like have the gunblade fixed, have my bow luck. No, my bow luck is okay now. The only two builds I'm really looking. Where's my breakfast life? You want? The fuck you want me to cook? A sandwich? Wait, let me. But yeah, I wanna reset. The two characters I really wanna reset are like. I want to reset my main to have the new build. Oh, and guess what? My new not really new, but updated gunblade is gonna have parabola. Yes, I'm bringing back fucking parabola. It sucks. It's bad, but I want to use it. Just so that those fuckers that say, oh, you're not really using your sub weapons, or it's not a real. I'm gonna shut them up because I'm gonna use parabola. And it's gonna suck because parabola is just garbage. I don't know why people don't complain about fucking Bogan never using dagger skills or sub-weapon skills. Bogan doesn't use sub-weapon skills. Staff doesn't use sub-weapon skills. Knuckle doesn't use sub-weapon skills. But, when the fucking one-handed sword arrow doesn't use the arrow skills, it's an issue. Nah, it's only an issue when I am the one doing it. Parabola, I fucking hate that skill. It has so many debuffs for no reason. Like, you cannot use it from close. You can miss it. It has a weird ass motion. It has some glitches with elevation on the map. For example, if I throw parabola, let's say I'm here and the enemy is here. It's up here. Parabola will not hit the enemy up there. Or if I'm here and I throw parabola down there, it's not gonna hit the enemies in different elevations. For whatever reason, that's a problem on parabola. And there's a lot of boss arenas that have like different elevations, and then the game is still alive. Yeah, of course. The game is only dead when it closes, when it shuts down. If the game is still open, it means it's still alive. Even if you don't see many players out there. As long as there is enough people to keep the server is open, that means that the game is still alive. But yeah, parabola fucking sucks. But I'm gonna use it just out of spite. I'm making parabola work out of spite because the build's still gonna be like focusing on Sting Blade and Aerial Slay. Sting Blade, Aerial Slay, and Horizon Cut. But I am going to use fuck-ass parabola. Just out of spite. Just because fuck-ass people saying, oh, you should be, if you are building one-handed sword arrow, you should be using arrow skills. Bowgun doesn't use the sub-weapon skills, and Knuckles don't use either. You cannot roll as one-handed sword. Highest level cap is 320, and the last chapter is chapter 15. The chapter 15 just finished, by the way. It's the last main quest finished that chapter. We're gonna enter chapter 16 now. But yeah, it's only a problem when I am the one not using my sub-weapon skills for whatever reason. So yeah, I'm gonna use it out of spite, and it's gonna suck. And I'm gonna use it just to say, look how garbage this fucking skill is. But yeah, I know some synergies that make Parabola not so bad. So yeah, I'm doing it out of spite, but I'm still gonna make it useful. There is, for example, you can use Parabola as an operator for a sting, and then when the Parabola falls, you hit sting at the same time, so you get max proration on both skills. That's a good synergy. Although the combo cost for that is a fucking 5 cost combo. Well, things happen, I guess. But it's gonna be a long range damage build. I'm actually gonna make use of long range damage. Not really like full long range damage, it's gonna be hybrid. I have like 40% long range and 35% short range. It's a good amount on both, while having like high pierce and stuff. So it's a well balanced build, but leaning more to long range than short range. The short range is still there because like there's Horizon, there's Soul Hunter, and there's Demon that I want short range damage. But I can use Parabola, I can use Sting, and I can use Aerial Slay as long range, so they get the higher multiplier. And I can maybe sneak in a Magnum there just for the memes. I can make a sneaky Magnum just for the memes. Although Magnum is not really good. Magnum used to be good when Gunblade didn't have any skill. Like before the dual sword skills, before the Parabola rework, Magnum was literally the only decent skill you had on Gunblade. And I mean decent on like being very generous, it was decent, because you take 20 seconds to get a bullet to deal the same damage as a Buster Blade attack. Oh, but why not use Buster Blade then? Because I was building Strength, because Strength was just better. Now there's Wheelchliff that makes Dex not so bad, but Wheelchliff didn't exist back then as well, so like Dex was just lacking damage without Wheelchliff. Now like Dex is okay-ish, and there's better skills to use than Magnum. But yeah, the only thing that worked on Gunblade before was literally getting the bottom of the barrel skills. It was like Soul Hunter, Magnum, then throwing a Lunar Slash just because it's the only spammable skill you have. And that's everything you had for Gunblade. Unless you wanted to do like the no sub-weapon one-handed sword, that is like impact plus Lunar Slash, but that's just being a shittier two-handed sword. I didn't want to be a shittier two-handed sword. I wanted my build to do something that like makes it unique. The dual sword skills came in clutch for that, honestly. Although, yeah, the dual sword skills didn't make didn't make one-handed sword better. They just like made it okay. New weapon release? No, they're never gonna release new weapons. The game is complete with the weapons that are already in the game. They're never gonna release new weapons. They are just gonna make new archetypes for the existing weapons. Like there's magic halberd now. Halberd was never a mage. Now it works as a mage and it's really OP. So yeah, there's new archetypes to old weapons, but they are never releasing new weapons. Because honestly, why would they release new? I'm gonna be honest. Why would they release new weapons if the old weapons aren't even good? Like it's kind of like, why release, for example, let's say pistols? Oh, suddenly there's pistols in the game as a sub weapon. But then arrow as a sub weapon is garbage, and they could make pistols part of the arrow kit in some way. There is a new weapon combination coming though. Halberd Shield's gonna release in a few months. I think after the anniversary. Yeah, when they release new weapons, they are really overpowered. Dagger will never see the sunlight. No, I think Dagger is on an okay spot right now. Dagger is better than Gunblade and better than... for one-handed sword, Dagger is better than Gunblade, better than Knuckles, and better than Scroll. And they are buffing Dagger. They're buffing Poison for one-handed sword. Like, they are increasing the scaling on weapon attack specifically for one-handed sword and bare-handed, because right now only halberd gets an okay scaling, but they are increasing the scaling on both, so it works better on low weapon attack main weapons. Real functional main weapon? No, I think that's stupid, honestly. Dagger is better as a sub-weapon. If you want to main Dagger, just go one-handed sword. You literally have a knife one-handed sword now. Here, you literally have a knife one-handed sword now. You can main weapon one-handed sword. Or, I don't know, maybe... whatever, just go one-handed sword, because you literally have one-handed sword is fully reliant on sub-weapon. How old is the game? It's 10 years old. The game it's gonna become 11 years old soon, but right now it's 10 years. Next summer it becomes 11 years. Damn, you are since the alpha test. That's a lot of time. That's like more than the 10 years the game has been around. You had the chance to fight fucking Kaiser. Kaiser is not even in the main quest yet. You got to fight Kaiser. But yeah, you can play one-handed sword if you want to play Dagger, because there is literally no difference. I fucking play one-handed sword arrow and come with a gunblade. Why can't you play fucking one-handed sword dagger and come with a main dagger? Like, it's a fucking RPG, a role-playing game. Just role-play your class. Especially on Toram, there is no classes in Toram. Your class is whatever you want it to be. If you want to make it like fuck-ass Nemesis Bowgun, you can make Nemesis Bowgun. So like... yeah, the prologue is 9 chapter long. Oh yeah, the main villain, the last episode, of the chapter 15 just introduced the main villain. Like, literally, the main villain was just introduced. They just introduced the main villain. After 10 years, they introduced the main villain. That's a long story. That's One Piece levels of storytelling. That's the One Piece levels of pacing. Toram's story is walking on the One Piece pacing. And they say they have content all the way to chapter 20. So unless the game literally dies for whatever reason, they have content at least until chapter 20. No, it's not the villain. He was possessed by the villain. Like, just like any Koenobia, the main villain is like the hive, the main consciousness of the Koenobia hive mind. It's like the main Koenobia, the main hive mind master, the master of the hive mind, basically. So, like, I don't know, was never, like, cured from Koenobia. He still had the evil crystal beast sealed within him. So, like, the main villain just took over the body of Anono. But he released Anono. He just, like, possessed Anono, said, I am the main villain. I'm going to destroy the world. And you cannot do anything against me. And then he gave Anono back and said, oh, I'm gonna go back and talk to you later. He just casually wants to chat with the main party. Yeah. So I guess he's just gonna show up every now and then and talk like, oh, you guys are suckers. I'm gonna kill everyone and yada yada. But yeah, no, it's not the main villain. He's just the villain literally says, "It's my fingertip." I wonder what is gonna be the main villain. He said he came out of a Koenobia pillar. So like literally a pillar fell in the Toram planet and the Koenobia starts coming out of it. So I wonder what he looks like. And if Koenobia is not native to Toram, so what the fuck is Koenobia? Is it like a planet parasite that goes like from planet to planet to like devour the planet's energy or some shit like that? What was bro happening? Yeah, like really, he just went like, oh, this guy is my fingertip. I am the Koenobia. We came from the pillar, and we are gonna destroy the world. And you can't do nothing to stop us. Goodbye. And then he leaves Anono back to us. But yeah. I wonder what the fuck guys look like. But I wonder, like, what the fuck is the Koenobia? Is it like a galactic parasite, something like a planet eater? Because it is not native to Toram, it's not native to Iruna, it just is a thing that drops down as a pillar on the... It's just a thing that drops as a pillar on a planet and starts spreading like a disease. I think Koenobia is just space cancer. New theory, Koenobia is just space cancer. It's just alien cancer. Intelligent alien cancer. Build a nuke. I mean, isn't that what the dragons are for? But the dragons can't do shit against the Koenobia. I wonder though, what are what are we gonna meet? Like, are we gonna enter the Coenobia pillar, the original Plastida or something? And then they're gonna, because like Coenobia behave like bacteria. Coenobia, all jokes aside, Coenobia are literally bacteria. They just behave like bacteria. Bacteria like can be liquid or they have like liquid like bodies or solid, and they create like those things like the plastidas. Like bacteria literally in real life they create plastidas. They create those things. Yeah, no, not biomass, but bacteria. They're literally bacteria. They behave like bacteria. If you search about bacteria in real life, you see that they are like literally Coenobia. Coenobia is bacteria. But like, what exactly are they? They're like magic bacteria that like spawns from evil and do bad thing? Or are they like just an alien bacteria that goes from planet to planet to devour the planet and then go to the next? Because it's kind of weird if they are like a magic thing, like a RPG fantasy thing that is like, oh, magic and we are evil magic stuff, or they are like bacteria from the space that are aliens and shit. They look very alien-like, so I'm more inclined to think that they're like alien bacteria that goes from planet to planet to devour planets. But I cannot dismiss the possibility they might be magic stuff, because look at this. Doesn't this look like a fucking mass of bacteria? A fucking... This looks like... This is the flu if it was a monster. This is literally the flu if it was a monster. That's this thing is the type of shit that comes out of my nose when I have when I have a cold. This thing literally the type shit comes out of my nose when I have the flu. Coenobia was created, then it goes into the magic thing, because it was a magic thing created by evil to destroy the world. Okay, then it's going into magic, but I'm more inclined to believe that Coenobia is like an alien bacteria that just spawned, started living in a planet until it consumed everything on that planet, and then it went like, oh, we're gonna travel space and go planet to consume every planet. Because they do it just to survive, because they're like a galactic parasite. They're like an alien parasite that goes from planet to planet. They suck a planet dry and then go to the next, because they are a parasite life form. Which is kind of like a bacteria. Like a bacteria goes from person to person to like consume the healthy cells on the people, and also reproduce, and then they move from person to person. And if they get exterminated on one person, they go to another person. And it's a never-ending fight again of humans versus bacteria. I think Coenobia are like a parallel to like real-life diseases or something like that. But like instead of, bacteria infecting person, it's like bacteria infecting planets. But it's kind of crazy. I wonder how Coenobia managed to make like two planets literally collide with each other. Because the cataclysm on Toram wasn't like, worlds in the sense of dimensions or like Minecraft terms, the nether and the overworld. It was like two planets colliding with each other. What they meant by like the cataclysm. Oh, and by alarm is just... fuck ass alarm. And soon I have to leave to work. It's so annoying. I don't know if I'm gonna finish the main quest all on that stream, on this stream, but I'm gonna finish off stream. I just wanted to stream and talk a bit. But I finally Toram. Now there's no annoying quests until Humida. I think it's only like Humida and who else is annoying? Oh, Dawn. Dawn is also really annoying. It's like Dawn. It's the combo Dawn, then Vatudo, then Humida. They're annoying as fuck, and then it's fine after that. The fraud on Halo started as a vaccine and then becoming as a biomass. Yeah, but I think Koilupi are more like from something more realistic instead of being like, oh, someone created it and it turned bad. I think it's just a bacteria. Like it's just a really powerful bacteria that evolved and then consumed everything on its planet. And then since it consumed everything on its planet without creating, like they didn't create an ecosystem, they just consumed everything and never cared to create new. Oh, I have to kill those rhinos. Let me switch the ball real quick. They just consumed everything like a top tier like a top of the food chain. They just consumed everything, but they never had the thought of like, oh, we need livestock or shit like that. So they just consumed everything, and when they see that their food was like almost gone, they said, oh shit, we need to go somewhere else to get more food. And then they started going to other planets. And like one of those landed on Toram, they almost took over Toram, and then when they were about to take over Toram, they decided to collide Toram with Iruna for some reason. And that made the cataclysm. And then, COVID final boss, literally. And then when they collided, Toram with Iruna, they wanted to start consuming both roads at the same time, greedy ass bitch. And then, but they didn't expect that like they weakened themselves and all the worlds are fighting back. But the big bad evil guy wake up now, and so they might start doing their evil thing. Although I have to say, the colliding two planets together was a fucking suicide attack, honestly. Because like, what were they expecting? If the two planets collide and create a mass eruption instead of like shattering Toram, while Iruna remains together because of the gods, the two roads were just shatter and die. They wouldn't have food. They were so fucking stupid. Like they tried to destroy both worlds instead of like securing the food. Like they're the type of villain that like only know how to do one thing and then failed. Also, hi Solder, welcome to the stream and thanks for the follow. We are currently talking about the Koinubians and how they're just fucking stupid. Like they literally tried to kill the both planets and like take both at the same time. But that could have killed them as well. They could have died. They were just lucky that the gods of Iruna maintained one of the worlds, so the Koinubia didn't just erase all their food and other things. And like otherwise they would have died because they would have like shattered all the land, and then they would only have a piece of the planet where they would be still alive, and the food would the food would end up. They would end up running out of food earlier because there would be less life in the planet and stuff like that. They were just fucking stupid. If the but to be fair, Koinobia are stupid because if they were fucking smart, they would make like livestock out of people. Think of it. They are smart, they can control civilization, and they can like brainwash people. Why don't they make like what they did on Liark? Why don't they simply do what they did on Liark? But like from the start, they assimilate the people on the planet, they start governing the people on the planet, they take over the planet, and they know they have full control of the civilization on the world. And then they keep like pushing the civilization to reproduce and stuff, and then the civilization they mass produce becomes like so fucking populated that like they can just start eating people. Like just straight up, they can just start eating people because there's just so much people in the civilization that they wouldn't mind some population control. Like, bro, why don't the Koinobia do this? They are intelligent. They know how to take over a kingdom. Why don't they do that? Are they fucking stupid? No, instead we have like, oh, we are gonna plant our bacteria here, become fucking big ass monsters and start eating everything, plants, people, plant people, animals, everything. And then when everything is over because we fucking destroyed the ecosystem, we're just gonna move to another planet. Why? Why have all this work to move from planet to planet to yeah, it's kind of like Toram lore is like I'm talking about the Koinobias. But like, why move from planet to planet and do stuff and like waste all this energy, kill so much of your kind just to go from a planet to another instead of like securing a livestock and like literally farming people for you to eat. Like take over the civilization and start overpopulating with this civilization, and then you start eating the overpopulated civilization because they wouldn't care because there is just so much population that you can just eat people. But no, Koinobia are fucking stupid. They're like wholly playing the evil edge villain. They are. Nah, people would probably they would find out about Koinobia. Oh my god, the civilization is being controlled by an alien bacteria that eats people, and then they would go like, oh wow, things are bad, we are gonna revolt against Koinobia. But that just creates an excuse for them to eat more people. Because they are just so fucking powerful. Like, the people would revolt, they would let the resistance attack the Koinobia because they are just so much in control that they can use the resistance as an excuse to have people to eat. And then they could even start the resistance themselves. They make everything go behind the scenes. Like they are controlling both the resistance and the civilization. And then they make the resistance just weak enough that they can lose to the civilization most of the time. And then they just eat the resistance people. And boom, they secure the food chain. They have the civilization that is super evolved and stuff, and then the civilization is overpopulated. So the overpopulated people just escape from the civilization, and then they are like join the resistance that knows about the shit about the Koinobia, and then they try fighting against the Koinobia, but the Koinobia is also controlling the resistance, so they use the resistance as an excuse to kill people, and these people that they kill from the resistance or their livestock that they eat. And they just like created a way to feed themselves. Something from the core. No, they want the energy. It's literally just that they consume magic energy. They're like a parasite. They're literally a parasite. They are bacteria, basically. It's like when you get a disease. The bacteria will infiltrate your body and start eating the healthy cells that have like the stuff that makes you okay, and they use the cells themselves to reproduce as well. It's like that. They're basically like a bacteria infecting your body. What they want from Iruna and from Toram as well is literally magic energy, because like just like bacteria want to eat the energy from your cells, from the cells from your body, they want to eat the magic energy, and there's magic energy in every single living being in the world of Toram and the world of Iruna as well. Like everyone has magic powers and at least a little bit of magic energy. That's why they can use the skills and stuff, and that's why your character has superpowers and shit. Like everyone has some kind of magic energy, and the Koinobia just attaches to those things and start eating them from inside out. And that's what the Koinobia do. That's why like the place Koinobia attached in Toram, like the main base of Koinobia not on Toram, on Iruna, was the Eldenbound tree. Because it's literally the world tree. It's like Yggdrasil. It's like Teldrassil. It's like those world trees from many mythologies and games. It's like the fucking ass imaginary tree, whatever big ass tree you want to talk about, that like sustains the world and gives the world life. It's like the best place to get magic energy is the fuck ass world tree. So like they were parasiting the world tree, and it was their main base. But Koinobia is fucking stupid. The Koinobias, they're like a high intelligence hive mind of bacteria. Yeah, the Koinobia say the same. the main villain literally say the same. They say the gods are weak. The main villain just appeared like, you call those things gods. But yeah, they find the gods weak as well. But yeah, the Koinobia is stupid. They're powerful, they're intelligent, but they're stupid. Like, what is the logic? They have no logic. They just want to like consume everything on a planet, then move to the other, instead of like controlling the planet from behind the scenes and using the planet as their livestock. And then they have like infinite amount of, unless they like keep reproducing and overpopulate themselves. Like, I can imagine the Koinobia could like overpopulate themselves, and then there's like too many Koinobia for the planet to sustain life. And then because the Koinobia has just so much, there's just so much Koinobia, they start fighting against each other for food. And then they end up doing the shit that like destroys the planet. But like when the Koinobia is overpopulating, then they can launch them to space and go to other planets to start again. Because then they secure the Koinobia, then they send the Koinobia that is overpopulating to another planet and then start over again. The other Koinobia start over again. Because they would have the resources for doing better space travel if they didn't destroy fucking planets. They are multicellular. They are like a hive mind of bacteria. Actually, I don't think they have cells at all. Like, They're like viruses in that sense. Like they are not living beings. They're just their own thing, just like viruses are. But like they are a bunch of, because they can be liquid. It's just it's clear that they are like multicellular because they can be liquid and assimilate. If they were like just a single cell organism, they would just be a big fuck ass thing that takes no form. They would be like just literally a big slime. The thing is, the multicellular is like every single Coenobia is part of the same life form. They're just like every single Coenobia is one life form. Like every single Coenobia boss and enemy we fight is one single life form. Although they call themselves a hive mind, so maybe they aren't this one single life form. They are like multiple life forms of the same species. They're just every single one of them is connected, except from the mutant ones. Coenobias are weird, man. They're kind of like viruses. They're very like bacteria, but they are like intelligent and stuff. They're weird because there's magic and stuff, and they don't need to be like realistic on anything. Yeah, they let the characters do all the work because honestly, those NPCs are just weak as fuck. The character is just him, you know. The character is just him. He just can do everything. It is just like any JRPG. The main character is just the guy that can beat everyone. But yeah. The only NPCs that like I've seen fight back Coenobia effectively were the gods, the dragons, and the guys from Toram. The people from Iruna just get knocked by the Coenobia. Like the second we are going to Toram, the Relisa just gets possessed for whatever reason. I think like creatures with high magic bring Chlorarchina to kill Coenobia. I mean, maybe it's effective. But I think creatures with high magic are weaker to Coenobia because Coenobia just get more to eat from those people. Like take the Lixis for example. When a Coenobia possesses a Lixie, they become a very powerful crystal beast. The only explanation for them to become such a powerful creature, a powerful thing, is like they have so much magic power inside that the Coenobia just grows a lot. There's no reason, there's no other explanation besides like the Coenobia just gets a lot of power from them. And like I think the elves are kind of the same because the elves also transform into Coenobia bosses. Unlike other possessed beings. The humanos are kinda... When the humano is like the evolved humano, they become a very powerful Coenobia as well. A Coenobia boss. But when they're not, they just become a zombie. Because they have low magic energy or something. But I think it's like that. The more magic the creature they are possessing has, the more like they mutate and become powerful. Yeah, it's kind of in line with real life parasites. if the host of the parasite is a really good host that they can get a lot of food from, they grow way higher. They grow way more. Although I don't know why Koinobia can't just be a symbiotic parasite. Like, they give magic powers and shit. Why can't they be like symbiotic? Oh, actually no, because the game showed why they can't be symbiotic. The Black Knights, they were using Koinobia armor, but like the Koinobia armor just like get so hungry at some point that they eat the Knights. The Koinobia cannot be symbiotic because, yeah, I think I know now because why the Koinobia are so stupid. Because they eat so much. They're such a hungry ass bitches that they eat so much they kill any host that they have. That's the thing. Like, the Knights have had a Koinobia armor, and they were using the power for a long time. But then the armor just got so hungry they eat the Knights. The Koinobia just, I think the Koinobia keeps growing. Like, it's a type of parasite that never stops growing. And the more they grow, the more hungry they get. To the point they get so hungry they eat their host. And then when they eat their host, it's over. They have to find another host. Why I chose this name? Because of Terraria. my character originally was a human. Not human, because I was always a doll, but it was like a Gajinka of the Zenith from Terraria. And then I kept the character, but I changed it into something more original. So like, now it's an original character, but it started as the Terraria sword, as a anime girl Terraria sword, basically. So yeah, it started from Terraria. Originally it was the Terraria sword as an anime girl, and then I just made it into an original character. But I kept the name because Zenith is not a trademarked name from Terraria. It just means it's literally a real name with a meaning. It means the highest point. Or if you mean the channel name, the devil himself is just a nickname. It's just a nickname that comes from my devilish acts. Because I do a little bit of tomfoolery. I do a moderate amount of trolling. A minuscule amount of what other sign? I don't know. A minuscule amount of tomfoolery. But yeah, now I know why Koinobia go from planet to planet. They just cannot live with a host. They just grow so much. They like keep growing. They get hungrier because they are growing bigger, and then because they are so big and hungry, they eat the whole planet. And then they go like, oh shit, I ate my planet. I have to go to another planet because I ate my planet. And then they go to another planet, and the cycle continues because they probably lose a lot of power and size when they travel to one planet to another. They probably the boss said it's a pillar. So like I suppose they become like they literally turn their bodies into a spaceship. They literally turn themselves into the spaceship and throw themselves on space until they land on a planet. And when they land, they spend so much energy traveling through space that they are like small and weak. And then they start taking over the planet again and eating. And then they grow and they keep eating and they grow more and they grow so much they wanna eat the planet. And then they do again. Yeah, the legendary adventure is the thing. The legendary adventure is the main character on Irona. And our character is possibly a clone, a Koenobia clone of the... Our main character is possibly a Koenobia clone of the Irona character, of the Irona main character. Oh, the 12 gods. Yeah, and no, Irona there, it's like the child of those gods. They're like the gods now. Like Starmia is dead. I think Specia is dead. Eldas, so far we haven't seen him. Sophia is dead. Sophia is now Sophia is now like the city, and the goddess of wisdom is Pino. That is like the child or something of Sophia. Fridus is a bitch ass motherfucker. God of War, I don't think we've seen the God of War. We saw Dunkelis, she's still alive. And there's the God of Courage as well. Is she not part? Is Grecia not part of the 12 gods? Still missing 7. Yeah, we're missing 7. They're either dead or like scattered around Toram. Or in the dragon world, I don't know. No, she is a god. She is the god of wisdom. On this story, she is the god of wisdom. She's the new god of wisdom. Like, Sophia died. I don't know why Sophia died. I think it was either the cataclysm or just old age, I guess. And then she became like she became the new god of wisdom. Pino is the god of wisdom. It's literally saying they literally say on the first main quest, Pino is the god of wisdom. It's the name of the quest even. The game makes sure to tell you that Pino is the god of wisdom. I wonder though, so far we haven't seen a single god that is like possessed by Koenobia. Which is weird, because if Koenobia possesses things with high magic power, and they get more powerful from possessing things with magic power, why they cannot possess gods? They can possess dragons, and dragons have like the same level of power than the gods on Irona. So like, if they can possess dragon, why they can't possess gods? What's stopping them from possessing gods? That's something really weird. Because like they can't take over dragons. The only god you like, oh, that's sad. Yeah, the gods went to Toram to get milk and never came back. And yeah, I don't think I'm gonna finish the main quest on this stream, because I have to leave to work soon. But yeah, I'm gonna go until I have to leave, and then let's see. I'm gonna get at least level 300. God have resistance? Yeah, it's the only explanation. Like they can purify the Koenobia or some shit. But it makes no sense. Koenobia can take over. Koenobia can possess basically everything. Why gods specifically they cannot? Why gods specifically have no, like, have resistance to being possessed? It's weird. Like, they had one weakness before that was water, but then they now are immune to water because they evolved. Koenobia literally evolved They can literally mutate and evolve to be resistant or stuff like that. But they cannot possess gods. They didn't evolve to possess gods. Despite like there's gods on Toram, there's gods on Iruna, and they couldn't evolve to possess that. Why? They clearly evolved to be able to possess dragons, but they didn't evolve to possess gods. And somehow Lixis are stronger? What the fuck are Lixis? Why are Lixis so fucking powerful? Aren't they just like aren't they just like very, very compatible with Koinobia? And that's why they can be possessed and become so powerful? Or what? Because why they can possess gods? But yeah, it's weird. But yeah, now the whole discussion about why the Koinobia are so stupid finally have an answer. They're not really that stupid. They just evolve it in the wrong way. They just reproduce too much or whatever, and they grow so big they have to eat a planet to survive, and then they burn all this energy going to another planet, and then the cycle continues. God have requirements? No, it makes no sense because they can possess dragons, and dragons are as powerful as gods in the Toram lore. In the Iruna lore, I mean, gods and dragons are equals. Like, gods have created the world of the humans and stuff, and then the dragons were like, oh, you created a world, I want to make one too, and then they made the dragon world. That we still haven't visited, by the way. We still haven't gone to the dragon world. And I think the dragon world is completely taken over by Koinobia. I think when we go to the dragon world, it's gonna be like just Koinobia everywhere. Why? Because like Koinobias can take over dragons. Unlike gods, they cannot take over gods, but they can take over dragons. So the dragon world must be littered with Koinobia. There's like literally Koinobia everywhere. There's no remains of the dragon world. It's only Koinobia. Or like the other option is like the dragon world was destroyed when Toram collided with Iruna. And like the dragon world got destroyed so Iruna could survive. And that's why Iruna is still alive, or whatever, something like that. Or the Koinobia target was never Iruna. It was the dragon world from the start. Yeah, they have a different compatibility or something. But it's still weird that like technically equally powerful beings cannot one can be infected and the other can't. So the gods have something special that Koinobia can't. So far they can't possess. When I stream again, it depends. I don't have a schedule. I just stream whenever I'm not so tired from work that I can stream. Because I have a really I wouldn't say difficult, more like tiresome work. I just get like so tired from work that there's some days I just don't wanna do anything. And yeah, that's why I'm delaying a lot of videos and also not streaming so much. Because I was getting way too tired from work to do anything. But I do want to stream more. It's a fun time. It's fun to stream. But I think after the reset, I don't know. Actually, if the Adventurer Speak is a fun game mode, I might stream Adventurer Speak. If it's like a good game mode to stream, I'm gonna stream Adventurer Speak. I wanna also stream more games. Maybe Enfield. I think it's fun to stream Enfield. Although there is not much content to do in the game right now for me to stream, it would be just doing side quests. But I'd rather do side quests off stream because it's like it's a hit or miss. Sometimes the quests are fun and I want to read them, and sometimes the quests are just random bullshit and I want to skip them. And then there's people that don't like reading, and there's people that don't like skipping, and then you can't please everyone. So yeah. And whenever I play Enfield, whatever I'm doing, I just stop everything and start building my factory. Because I like building factory. Nah, they didn't try to copy Dunkellis, they tried to copy... They copied Grecia. They copied Grecia. But... They were in the process of capturing. Oh, hi! Also, hi, Delamora. Welcome to the stream. They were in the process of capturing Dunkellis to copy her, but they couldn't because we stopped her. We stopped the Koinobia before they could copy Dunkellis. But yeah, they could clone gods. That's the weird part. They can clone gods. They can literally copy every single ability and power the god has, but they cannot possess a god. They cannot take over the original god. They can only copy them, which is really fucking weird. Like, why they can mimic their power and be an exact copy of the god, but they cannot. They cannot possess the god and just take over the original and leash off their power. So let me use a teleport here. So yeah, it's kind of weird. Thanks, Defeater, for the follow, and welcome to the stream. It's really weird. The why the Koinobias cannot do anything to gods except copying them. Satisfactory? Nah, I like Enfield because it's simple. I'm stupid. I'm too stupid for factory building, like actual factory building. I like simple factory building, like Minecraft mods and Enfield, basically. I don't like the... It's not that I don't like, it's just that it's too complicated for me. I know my intelligence level, it's not enough for factory games, like real factory games that have like many things like... I think that the furthest I like the world exploration aspect as well. Like, just building the factory is fun and all, but I also wanna, like, I wanna build the factory for some reason. Like, on Enfield, you build the factory to have equipment for your characters. So it's cool. On Minecraft, you build the factory to make equipment for your character. I like this gameplay loop. Like, you build the factory, you get equipment on your character, you do something like go to another dimension to get resources or like level up your characters on Enfield to complete endgame modes. And then you go back to the factory and get more upgrades. I like this type of gameplay loop. And not just, oh, factory, then bigger material, bigger factory, then biggest material, biggest factory. It's fun, but it gets repetitive. So like the closest to a factory game I would be playing it would be like Greg Tech. I think that's the closest to a factory game I would be playing. Would be like the Greg Tech mod pack on Minecraft. Because Greg Tech is fun. There's one specific Greg Tech mod pack that I really want to play someday. Yeah, I'm the one with the gunblade. It's where? It's right here. Let me just exit this fight. I can't switch character in combat, right? Yeah. Satisfactory has exploration and traversal. Maybe I might look into Satisfactory. But I like that gameplay loop of like you see Enfield in Minecraft. Sadly today I'm not playing Gunblade. I wanna do a stream leveling my Gunblade to cap, but right now I want to finish my Merc because my guild. Here's the thing, my guild is really new now, so they don't have like. My guild is really new. Let me go to the guild mercenaries. The guild is really new, so they don't have like powerful mercenaries. They have like a bit outdated mercenaries, and this guy. I don't know why there's a focus mage mercenary DPS. I think mage mercenaries are okay, but yeah. But yeah, they're not very strong, so I'm making a mercenary that can like carry, that have like high HP and high damage. At least enough to carry them. Okay, they're way to Vital Point. At least enough power to carry the new players, because the guild is mostly new players or like returning players that are not so strong yet. Like I got yeah, Ancient Sword is a bit better than Buster Blade actually. It deals elemental damage and has absolute aim, so it's never gonna miss. Also, I think it crits. I think it's able to crit because of the crit rate boost. But even if it can't, it has absolute aim on two-handed sword. So like it never misses. It's just like Buster Blade, it never misses. It deals a little bit more damage. It's kind of similar to Buster Blade damage, but it's slightly higher. So like, it's slightly higher because of the element, basically. On those guys, it's not, because I'm not using the Merc. I'm using the fucking. I'm not using the Merc. I'm using the character as a playable, so they deal similar damage. But on the Merc, you can see the thing dealing more damage. And let me see. It's on the Merc registration, yeah, Merc registration. I use like Ancient Sword on spam and Buster Blade when less spam. Survival makes the character spam less Buster Blade, so yeah, I still use Buster Blade. What a beautiful environment of this planet to build coal mines. That's the factory mindset. Usually people do like Buster Blade plus Meteor Breaker. I have Meteor Breaker even, but I think just double attack skills is better, because you just want to kill the bosses as fast as possible, and usually what kills a mercenary is spike fields, and you can't iframe spike fields. You just die to spike fields. They're like it's a really small chance that the two-handed sword mercenary is gonna use Meteor Breaker when the boss do an attack that deals fractional damage. So it's better to just kill the boss faster most of the time. Nah, the damage depends on strength. No, actually, I think it has no scaling on two-handed sword. It only scales on decks for one-handed sword. Let me see. I'm gonna check it. Let me see. Buster Blade. Power increases on dex. Heal amount increases on Vit. For dual sword, it's just the heal. Oh yeah, it's the strength. It scales on strength, and it has no Vit scaling for the healing. So you always heal 1,000 health. So like Buster Blade is only good to heal a little bit. It's good only for the merc to heal a little bit. So that's why I leave it on. It's ton of trials now. I just leave it on survive. No, it's not the same for shield user. But sadly, two-handed sword is the strongest merc. There's like no way of making a one-handed sword merc on the same level, because for whatever reason, two-handed sword has like double damage. Like not like simply, oh, it deals twice the attack. No, it deals twice the damage. Like, I have 20k attack. That means I deal 48k damage. That's how two-handed sword works as a merc. And it's only two-handed sword. No other mercenary has this perk of dealing double damage. So yeah. Two-handed sword for DPS merc. Maybe a mage for like, if you want to make a magic damage merc, but I don't think mages have that good of a synergy. No, it's not that they can sustain, it's because they have a lot of resistance. Mercs, every single merc in the game has a lot of resistance. Mercs always have a resistance. High resistance. And the resistance depends on how close they are to the enemy. Like, the closer they are to the enemy, more damage reduction and fractional reduction they have. The fractional damage still deals a lot of damage to them. They can still die very quickly to fractional damage. But two-handed sword mercenaries has double damage for whatever reason. If two-handed sword merc wasn't like literally better for no reason, I would be making a mage merc probably, or like a shield merc. Oh wait, I went no normal mode. Wait. I went on normal mode. Oh, Geared Knights? Nah, I don't like the gameplay that much because it's just regular tower defense. I prefer open world games. That's why I like Infield. It has open world, it has factory building. I like games more like Genshin, Infield, Withering Waves. Although I'm not much fan of the Withering Waves. Since the release, I was never much fan of the... I don't know, I honestly, there's nothing wrong with the game, I just think it relies too much in being like, oh, we are the better Genshin, instead of like being its own game. If that makes any sense. Like, I think like the thing with Wuthering Waves is like, it's not trying to be its own game, it's trying to be, oh, we are Genshin but better. So that's why I'm not much fan of Wuthering Waves. But yeah, I like games that are open world. I think open world is really fun. Because I like the aspect of exploring, and that's why I quit Genshin when Not Cry came out. Because Genshin exploration is just terrible now. It's just so bad. Like, there's no more like going around on the map catching treasure and stuff. The map is just a linear path that you can follow. Like you enter. Let's say let's pretend this map is a Genshin map. Let's pretend this map is a Genshin map. Nah, gacha is okay. It's the way the games have to be to survive nowadays, so I don't mind much. But like, let's pretend this is a new Genshin map. If it was an old Genshin map, like you enter the city, oh, there's a chest there, let's grab. There's a thing there to look. There's something there. There's something there. That's an old Genshin map. A new Genshin map is like, oh, I enter the map. There's nothing. You go here. This NPC starts a quest. Like, you didn't talk to the NPC, you just walk at this distance near the NPC, it starts a quest. Oh, blah, 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 they talk a lot. Then, next step of the quest, go there. The quest sends you there, you go there. There's another NPC to talk, and the loot is right there. There's something to catch right here. Boom, and there's nothing else over the map. You talk to this guy, blah, 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 a lot of dialogue. You have to go to the portal. And there's a chest here. Catch the chest, go to the portal. Boom! That's the Genshin map exploration now. Everything is linear. You just follow the quests and you 100% every map. That's not fun! Where's the part where I have to like, oh, I don't see a chest, but then you go behind a house like this and there's a chest here. And then like, oh, there's a secret quest if you climb this place, and then there's an NPC here that if you talk to them there's a secret quest. There's no more of this kind of thing on Genshin. It's just like, you enter a map, you start a quest, you don't start a quest, the quest starts on you. You enter a map, you are forced into a quest, and then you are forced into a quest, and the quest just guides you through all the chests and collectibles. So like, there is no exploration. You just follow the quest and you just follow the game. The game holds your hand and brings you to the map completion. So yeah, I don't like newer Genshin updates. It was okay. Like, it was good all the way to Sumeru. Then people started complaining about the map. The map exploration on Sumeru, because most people are casual players that don't like going out of their way to find places. So like, they complained a lot about Sumeru, especially the desert. Oh, I forgot this quest. I forgot this quest. So like, people complained a lot of Sumeru, and then Fontaine came, and then it only got downhill. Fontaine was already kind of done, so they couldn't change much about the map. So like, oh, the exploration was kind of but it still had a lot of open world stuff to do. Like, you had to go out of your way to do the Narcissus Cruise quest. You had the secret quests for the Holy Sword and stuff like that. It was really cool. Then came Natlan. Natlan has a lot of linear paths, but it was still like, the main region was still very exploration-y. I don't know a word for this. Like, it had a lot of exploration stuff. You could go out of your way to find quests and chests and stuff that you wouldn't find if you didn't go out of your way to find it. But then the expansions on Atlan were linear. Like, Ochkran Atlan had a very good quest. The writing of the quest was peak. Like, the whole side quest of Natlan was better than the main quest. But the map after this, like Ochkran Natlan and the volcano were like linear. You follow the path and you get all the chests. There's nothing to explore. There's no secret stuff to find. It's just, you follow a straight line and you get everything. And then on Ochkrai, that's just the whole region. That's literally the whole region. There's no sidetracking. That's what I wanted to say. Sidetracking. You cannot sidetrack. How do you make an exploration game, a game with open world exploration, and you don't add like sidetracking? You cannot sidetrack your way. You only have a path, there is nothing to explore besides this path. That's not how you make a open world game. Like, side tracking is the best thing about open world games, and Genshin just remove it. So like, I didn't like newer maps, and like, oh, meta, gacha, abyss, I don't care about those. Like, I just have like the characters I like, I pull the characters I like, and then I pull their best things, and usually those things are enough to clear the abyss, because the abyss is not really hard. The only thing that is hard now is the Stygian onslaught that you need the meta characters to clear, but there is no incentive to clear the Stygian onslaught with the meta characters, since you can get everything from the lower difficulty. And the imaginary theater is fun because it's annoying, but it's fun because I collect a lot of characters, so I always have enough characters to play the imaginary theater. But even then, they killed the open world. It was what I liked the most about Genshin. It was the open world, and then they fuck over the other part that I like about the game. That it was the elemental reaction system. Like, it was cool. You had this elemental reaction system that is not dependent on gacha. You just can pick any character that you like and combine it with other characters. Any other character, and then you have elemental reactions that can make those two characters that usually wouldn't work together. Like, for example, Cookie at base is an electro healer, but when you pair her with Dendro and Hydro characters, you can make a Hyper Bloom team, because she can proc the Hyper Bloom reaction and deal a lot of damage. So this healer character that would be just a bad healer because she's not a good healer suddenly becomes a good DPS character because of elemental reactions. That's a really cool thing. But then you come to Nojikarai and you have new reactions, but they are limited to gacha characters. And if you don't pull this character, you don't have the new reactions that are more OP and have new mechanics that are fun. So like, they're literally blocking the fun from you by adding characters like let me see, like Flames, like Lauma, like who else? The new girl that released just now, that is Jill. I think it's Linnea. I don't even know the names of the characters anymore. But yeah, Linnea, they lock those reactions to those characters. There are 5-star characters, you have to pull them on the banner. There is no 4-star character with the new reactions. And the Traveler also has no access to them. Which is a fucking joke. The Traveler should have access to every single mechanic in the game. Also, yeah, I think I'm gonna stop for now, because it's almost time for me to leave. But yeah, just finishing the talk about Genshin, there's gonna be a maintenance later today or tomorrow for people on the same time zone as me. That is like, it's gonna add the new end game mode. Let me go to the guild. They're gonna add a new end game mode that is like, actually, let me go to Windark. There's people here. let me emote on them. But yeah, they're gonna add a new end game mode that is the Adventurer's Peak. That I hope it's actually Peak and not Adventurer's Meat or Adventurer's Garbage, I don't know. 46 missing calls. Nah, I just lose my salary for the day if I don't go. And also I get if I don't justify if I don't justify missing the day, they give me a notice. Let me go to Windark. I'm gonna set up my store and leave. But yeah, I quit Genshin because the world exploration just got removed, and they made the elemental reaction system limited to specific characters, which is not a fun thing. So let me refill my thingies. If you want materials to finish the main quest, you can buy here. I sell the material for the Puyet quest. So you can buy the Puyet materials. Oh yeah, let me put it here. And yeah, I'm on channel 1. My work time, yeah, it's 8 hours. I work 8 hours a night because I work night shift. But yeah, it's kind of tiresome. I wanna get a better job in the future, but so far I haven't been able to. One day I will. And then I will have more time to stream and also have more energy to stream as well. But yeah, that's it for today. I'm gonna be ending stream now. Thanks so much you guys for watching. Hope you guys have a great day or a great night or whatever. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I see you guys, I don't know when, but I'm gonna try streaming more frequently. So yeah, see you guys another time.